Hey, Perfect Spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life. So Wayne Dyer's book jumped into my head earlier today. There is a spiritual solution to every problem. But I was thinking, when we say spiritual, it's not really defined. I know personally myself, we sort of look out there, thinking like spiritual is out there, but we have to see that spiritual is within us. So I would like to say that that there is a perfect spirit, you know, solution for every problem. So really it's about tapping into our perfect spirit. Now, I don't know about you, but my life was a mess. I had all these problems, all these issues, all coming from this head trash. So what problems, what challenges are you facing? Where does the mind create difficulties for you? Like we forget that, or we're not even taught that our mind creates our reality. So if your mental junk drawer is filled with garbage that's not serving you, your life is going to reflect that. It's going to be messy. It's going to be filled with a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties. But the problems themselves aren't real, if you will, because Perfect Spirit doesn't see them as problems. To just see it as the current experience. It may not be to your liking, but this experience that you're having is for you to hear, is here for you to learn, to grow, to be you. And we forget who we truly are as Perfect Spirit. So just a quick announcement, I am doing a workshop on this Wednesday, the 10th, March 10th, about decluttering the mental junk drawer. So we're going to get all this junk out of there to the best of our ability that night, and we're going to tune into Perfect Spirit. Then we're going to ask ourselves those deep questions. How do I move through this situation? How do I move through this situation? How do I deal with this challenge? How do I deal with this experience? Because this mind is constantly guessing the way forward, but that perfect spirit within you knows the way. It's your beacon of light. It's really that lighthouse always leading you to a safe passage. But that mind is like rough, choppy shores, and it's trying to slam you into the rocks constantly. So we can learn to relax, be at peace, and we can get those answers. But unfortunately, we have a tendency to look for those answers in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of extreme difficulties, and you can't get the mind to settle. No how hard you try, you're not going to get your mind to settle in a crisis. This is why or even in the hospital. That's why if you're in a hospital, they want to send you home as soon as possible because they know you're not able to relax in the hospital. You can relax better at home. And relaxation, being at peace, is the key to transformation. You're not going to transform yourself from up here. You're going to transform from this deeper place of perfect spirit, which is at peace, which is content, which knows that all is well in this moment, that there's no issues, no problems, just the current experience. But when you're wrapped up in all this stuff, I'm sure you can list out 100 problems you're facing if you sat down and just wrote like all the things that are going wrong in your life. Because the mind is addicted to things going wrong, things that are not quite right. The mind's always protesting against this moment. But this moment is just as it is. It's not neither good nor bad. It's just the current experience. And it's kind of interesting too when most people don't realize that they're not here. I love to people watch. Like I'm on the subway, if I look at people in the eyes, I can see that they're not here. They're either thinking about where they're going, what they're going to do there, whatever they may be doing, or they're living in the past, thinking about something that just happened earlier today, or what happened yesterday, last week. They're focused on some kind of story. They're not focused right here, right now. People that are present are looking around. They meet your eyes. They see you looking at them. They're aware that you're looking at them. They meet your eyes. And when I wasn't wearing the mask, I would smile at them. Now I can't. They really can't see me smiling at them. But really, if you just focus on people, they're not really here. I would say less than 5% of the population is fully here. I think maybe throughout the day we're maybe here for just a percentage of the day. That's about it. But usually not too often. Sometimes we get snapped back into it. Like if you're driving down the highway and a deer runs across the road, that's going to snap you into this moment. But usually a lot of things don't snap us into the moment because the same old day, the same old routine. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can live the life that you want to live right here, right now. One step at a time. But we're always caught up in the noise, the distractions. I was just looking to make sure my microphone is recording. I had to do this a few times because the microphone decided not to work. That's another thing I should need to talk about sometime. My mystical life. Me and electronics don't get along so well when I get into this space of tuning into perfect spirit. Because perfect spirit is the strongest energy of the universe. And these modern electronics are no match for it. This, I've heard people blowing out light bulbs when they really tune into this space. For me, electronics go haywire. But that's the immense power we have within us. We are immensely powerful. The only thing stopping us is this noise, these opinions, these beliefs, these limitations. So how can I help you? What are those questions that you're looking to answer? Right below one, the questions, your challenges, where you need guidance, where you need assistance. I get lots of emails and they're really stemming some of these videos. I've been doing these now for over 90 days straight, so it's a little bit difficult to come up with new stuff. I don't know what you're facing. I haven't faced any real challenges in quite some time because I see everything is just an experience. But there are some things that still pull you once in a while. Now, like when my parents died, my father, then my mother, that stuff grabs you because there's no right way to grieve. Or somebody's newly diagnosed with something. There's no right way to handle that. Like when I was diagnosed with MS, the doctor was really nonchalant about it. I was in the hospital bed, unable to see, unable to walk. And he basically said, "Oh, we determined you have MS," and promptly left the room. You know, there's no compassion there. But you really have to have that compassion for yourself, that you are doing your very best, given your awareness of the situation and your understanding of the situation. If you're not fully here, then it's really hard to have that depth of awareness. You're really on the surface of emotions. And it's really turbulent when you're living up here, really turbulent. I nearly killed myself a few times when I was in that space. So it's not to take that as light. It's to see, no matter how much you believe your thoughts to be true, they are not the truth. So if your life is messy, it's just reminding you that you're living up here, or the mind's just starting to settle down, but still life is a little messy. But it's really when you can, the deeper you dive, the less problems you will have, the less challenges, the less difficulties. But it is a practice to get there. So hopefully I'll see you Wednesday the 10th, so we can declutter this mental junk drawer. Sure, you can do it on your own if you want a little bit quicker. Or you never really felt perfect spirit and really knew that you felt perfect spirit, then come. I think it's fair to estimate that I would say at least 90% of people that attend the circle feel the deep peace of perfect spirit. Maybe a little bit higher than that. But a lot of people feel the deep peace of perfect spirit. And I say maybe about 2/3 have a mystical experience. You know, around 60, 70% have that mystical experience. If they're not so caught up in here, you know, while I'm going through it, they could be so caught up in here like, this is never going to work. This is nonsense. Why am I wasting my time? I'd rather go watch that movie. I'd rather do this or that. The mind puts up defense mechanism. It doesn't want to give up control. But you can take control back when you realize all your power is right here, right now. Where are your feet right now? Ask yourself, where are my feet? Is the surface rough, hard, soft? What is the surface? What's my voice? Is it high? Is it soft? Is it a whisper? Just notice. Get yourself here in this moment and see the magic and beauty of this moment. You can create a beautiful life right here, right now. You start wherever you are. You don't need anything special. Just start where you are by becoming present. All right. I think that's my talk for today. Take good care of yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Don't take the stories about of yourself as your truth. Take your truth from perfect spirit. It's not going to lead you astray. All right. Bye for now.